I'm back out at Cedar Hill State Park trying the live again. Apparently there's a mute button that's right next to the spot where you turn the camera around. So the last time I was doing an activation, I turned the camera around and I accidentally hit the mute button. So it muted the second half of the live stream. So I'm going to keep my eye on that mute button to make sure I don't hit it. I'm on 28.355 calling CQ from Cedar Hill State Park. I've turned up my recording this time so you can hear it.
Park's on the air. Kilo India 5, Whiskey Tango. Park US 2996. Cedar Hill State Park in Texas.
And I flipped it around to horizontal instead of the vertical. I've already hunted a few parks. I've made 17 park-to-parks. Almost all of those were on 20 meters. Let me go back and double check. Well, all of them except for 3 were on 20 meters. There's a lot of activators out on the East Coast. Kilo Lima 5 Sierra Zulu. Kilo Lima 5 Sierra Zulu. I've got you 5-9 at US 2996 in Texas.
Roger the 5-9. I got you at 5-5 in the North Pole, Alaska.
Roger the 5-5 to the North Pole, 73, and thank you for the call. First call to the North Pole. That's 28.355.
Whiskey Tango. Park US 2996. Cedar Hill State Park in Texas.
Looking at my QSO map, all of my calls have been going east, except for 3. So I think it's something to do with the propagation on 10 meters.
CQ, Park's on the air. Kilo India 5, Whiskey Tango. Park US 2996. Cedar Hill State Park in Texas.
Now I'm purposely parked to the far right in the parking lot, but I had a lady come up behind my car, walk on the side of my car, and then walk directly into my counterpoise and pull it off. I waited till she left because I didn't want to scare her or anything. I waited till she left and I went out and put the counterpoise back on. But I don't understand why she walked behind my car and then to the side. And then when she knocked it over, she didn't even acknowledge it. She just kept on walking. But people are attracted to antennas, so you have to be careful with that. If they see an antenna, they just wander over towards it. Called CQ a few times. I'm going to give it a while this time.
CQ, Park's on the air. Kilo India 5, Whiskey Tango. Park US 2996. Cedar Hill State Park in Texas.
I am on 28.355. 28.355.
CQ, Park's on the air. Kilo India 5, Whiskey Tango. Park US 2996. Cedar Hill State Park in Texas.
Yeah, every call has been a
Kilo Papa 4, Mike Delta Echo, Puerto Rico.
Kilo Papa 4 Delta Mike. Is that Kilo Papa 4 Delta Mike QSL?
Mike Delta Echo, Mexico, Dinamarca, Ecuador. Mike Delta Echo.
All right, Kilo Papa 4 Mike Delta Echo. I've got you 5'9" at US 2996 in Texas.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 59 Puerto Rico. Your call sign again, please.
My call sign is Kilo India 5 Whiskey Whiskey Tango QSL.
Yes, sir. Got it. Thank you for the contact. 73 and Merry Christmas.
73, and thank you for the call. That was Puerto Rico for my second call. I was saying all the other calls have been park to parks except for that North Pole call.
Kilo Papa 4 Papa Romeo.
Another Puerto Rico. Kilo Papa 4 KPR 4PR. Kilo Papa 4 Papa R. I've got you 5'9". You're loud and clear here at Park US 2996 in Texas.
Okay, Roger. This is a Kilo Papa 4 Papa Romeo PR. You solid 5x7, solid 57 in Puerto Rico.
Roger, you said Kilo Papa 4 Papa Romeo, correct?
Roger, that is right.
Roger that. 73, and thank you for the call.
73, Joe, and good activation on the park.
73. I drew a blank on the R, which is Romeo.
CQ, parks on the air. Kilo India 5, Whiskey Tango.
It's been raining most of the day here in the Dallas area. It rained from about 6 a.m. till about noon. So I did other things while I was waiting for the rain to stop. Luckily, I can just dump all my radio equipment back in the back of the car here.
CQ, parks on the air. Kilo India 5, Whiskey Tango. Park US 2996, Cedar Hill State Park in Texas.
Now, since it's raining and it's been muddy, I didn't bring the 17-foot whip. Well, I've got it in the back. I just didn't put it out. I got the Wolf River coil out. And it seems to be working pretty good, but it's going all east.
CQ, parks on the air.
CQ parks on the air.
Whiskey Tango. Park US 2996, Cedar Hill State Park in Texas.
04, okay. I'm going to stay here for a little while since I've already got 20 contacts. I might try a little CW. If someone's in the chat, I don't know it. If you are in the chat, send a message so I know that you're there.
CQ, parks on the air. Kilo India 5, Whiskey Tango. Park US 2996, Cedar Hill State Park in Texas.
Somebody's tuning up.
CQ, parks on the air. Kilo India 5, Whiskey Tango. Park US 2996, Cedar Hill State Park in Texas.
Got one person in the chat, but I don't see anything. Just type hello so I know that you're there.
CQ, parks on the air.
Kilo India 5, Whiskey Tango.
Park US 2996, Cedar Hill State Park in Texas.
I am on 28355, 28355, 10 meters. All right, thanks Dale for letting me know that you're there. I'm still trying to figure this live stuff out. Looks like the message will pop up and then disappear for a second. If you got a radio, try to hit me at 28.355.
Kilo India 5, Whiskey Tango, Park US 2996, Cedar Hill State Park in Texas. Kilo India 5, Whiskey Tango, please copy Victor Kilo 4, Charlie Zulu. VK4CZ.
Victor Kilo 4, Charlie Zulu. I've got you 5-9 into US 2996 in Texas.
QSL, thank you very much. Thanks for being out there. You're 5 and 2, 52, QSL.
Roger the 52 to Australia, 73, and thank you for the contact.
QSL, Justin, nice to catch you. Happy New Year.
73. That was Victor Kilo 4, Charlie Zulu from Australia on 10 meters.
CQ, Parks on the air. Kilo India 5.
I need to get Hawaii again. I've only got Hawaii one time.
96, Cedar Hill State Park in Texas. Victor Echo 5, India Victor.
I'll turn my volume down. Victor Echo 5, India Victor, QSL?
QSL.
Roger that. I got you 5-9 into US 2996 in Texas.
You're 557 into Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, Roger.
Roger the 57, 73, and thank you for the call.
73, have fun.
All right, we got Australia and Canada. And the Australia station has respotted me and it says thank you for the activation.
Parks on the air. Kilo India 5, Whiskey Tango. Park US 2996, Cedar Hill State Park in Texas.
Try to turn the volume down on this next call. I'm running 70 watts on the FT891. And I'm running the big battery, the Redodo 100 amp hour. That's letting me also charge my phone at the same time. And I don't have to sit here and worry if I'm running out of battery because I've got the big one.
Parks on the air. Kilo India 5, Whiskey Tango. Park US 2996, Cedar Hill State Park in Texas. KI5 Whiskey Tango. This is Kilo 7 Whiskey Alpha. Kilo 7 Whiskey Alpha.
Kilo 7 Whiskey Alpha. I got you 5-9 at US 2996 in Texas.
KI5 Whiskey Tango. Thank you. You are 5 and 5. 5 and 5 in Washington State. Washington State. Thanks very much in 73. 7 Whiskey Alpha.
Roger the 55, 73, and thank you for the call. Kilo India 5, Whiskey Tango, QRZ. No response.
Kilo Juliet 5 Bravo November uniform.
Station with Kilo Juliet 5.
Kilo Juliet 5 Bravo November uniform.
Kilo Juliet 5 Bravo November uniform. I've got you 5-9 at US 2996 in Texas.
I got you 5-9. I guess with local here. I'm located in Duncanville, Texas.
Roger the 5-9 in Duncanville. I actually live over in Lancaster, just a little bit down the street from you there. 73, and thank you for the call.
73.
That was Duncanville. That's like less than 10 minutes from where I live.
CQ, Kilo India 5, Whiskey, Whiskey Tango, Park US 2996, Cedar Hill State Park in Texas. Kilo Mike 5, Radio Fox.
Radio Fox. Kilo Mike 5, Radio Fox. Maurice, I got you 5-9 at US 2996 in Texas.
All right, thank you, Joe. Hey, good to hear you on. And you're also about 5'7" over here in Waxahachie.
Roger that 5-7. You gonna be out today?
No. I've got repeater side work that I'm working on.
All right, roger that, Maurice. 73, thanks for the call.
73, Joe.
That's Maurice. He is KM5RF. He's got about 20,000 contacts at this park. He's got a big, what do you call those things? He's got like a big trailer attached to his truck, and he just sits out here and makes contact after contact.
57 Alpha Uniform Foxtrot.
Whiskey 7 Alpha Uniform Foxtrot. I got you 5-9 at US 2996 in Texas.
Roger, Roger. 5'9" Oregon. Thanks for the contact. Good luck.
Roger the 5-9 in Oregon. 73, and thank you for the call. Kilo India 5 Whiskey, Whiskey Tango, QRZ.
Victor Echo 7 Golf Charlie.
Victor Echo 7 Golf Charlie. I've got you 5-9 at US 2996 in Texas.
Roger. Kilo India 5 Whiskey Tango, VE7 Golf Charlie. I got you 5'9" or 5 and 7, sorry, into southern Vancouver Island, British Columbia on the west coast here. And yes, I do copy the 2996. Have a good one out there.
Roger that. 73, and thank you for the call.
73.
That's Canada. It looks like the west coast is starting to come in, and I'm still getting a lot of Canada.
CQ, Park on the air. Kilo India 5, Whiskey Tango, Park US 29.
Again, I'm on 28355. 28355. I was talking about Maurice earlier. I saw him with a vertical antenna. It was like 30 foot long, and it had a 4-to-1 anon attached to it, and it was just vertical. And he said he makes all of his contacts with that. I've got one here, but the wind's a little high today, so I didn't want to put it up. Normally when I run an end-fed, I try to run a 9-to-1, and I find a tree that I can lean it up against. But since the weather's changing here, it's a little colder, I can't get next to a park bench, so I have to sit in the car.
CQ, Parks on the air. Kilo India 5, Whiskey Tango, Park US 2996, Cedar Hill State Park in Texas.
What do we got there? We've got 10 contacts there. Started at 04. About 15 minutes. 10 contacts in about 15 minutes.
CQ, Parks on the air. Kilo India 5, Whiskey Tango, Park US 2996, Cedar Hill State Park in Texas.
And I'm down in the lower part of the sideband, so I can pick up some of the technicians that might be out there. Some of you technicians that got new radios for Christmas and you want to try them out, or you got new antennas and you want to try those out. You can try to contact me at 28.355. I don't have Discord.
CQ, Parks on the air. Kilo India 5, Whiskey, Whiskey Tango. Park US 2996.
Cedar Hill State Park in Texas. Where's the Play Store? I'm gonna see if I can get Discord on this tablet. This is actually a Fire tablet that I side-loaded the game store on. I don't know if I can actually do it, but I'll try it. Discord. There's an option to install.
CQ, Parks on the air. Kilo India 5, Whiskey, Whiskey Tango. Park US 2996. Cedar Hill State Park in Texas. CQ, Parks on the air. Kilo India 5, Whiskey, Whiskey Tango. Park US 2996. Cedar Hill State Park in Texas.
Now it installed, but of course, my password is on my phone. And that's going to cut my live out again. Let's see if I can figure out how to do that.
CQ, Parks on the air. Kilo India 5, Whiskey, Whiskey Tango. Park US 2996. Cedar Hill State Park in Texas. Kilo Fox 7, Lima Charlie Hotel.
Kilo Fox 7, Lima Charlie Hotel, QSL.
QSL, you're 5757 into Washington State, Whiskey Alpha. QSL.
Roger that. I got you 5-9 at US 2996 in Texas.
QSL, thanks for the contact. Have a great day at 73.
73, and thanks for the call. He said 5-7. Good thing about 10 meters is it's a little slower. It's not so fast-paced all the time.
Kilo India 5, Whiskey, Whiskey Tango. Park US 2996.
Let's see.
State Park in Texas.
That was too fast. Victor Echo 7 station.
Victor Echo 7, Whiskey, Juliet, November.
Whiskey, Juliet, November. Victor Echo 7, Whiskey, Juliet, November. I got you 5-7 into US 2996 in Texas.
Thank you. So I got you about 4x4 here up in central British Columbia, Texas.
Roger the 44, 73, and thank you for the call. Kilo India 5, Whiskey, Whiskey Tango, QRZ.
KI4 POL.
KI4 what? Station with Kilo India 4.
Kilo India 4 Tango Oscar Lima.
Oscar Lima. Kilo India 4 Tango Oscar Lima. I got you 5-9 plus into US 2996 in Texas.
Okay, Joe, you're in and out here in Lacey, Washington, but I got that about a 5455 here in Lacey, Washington, and just want to jump in and say, hey, have a great weekend.
Roger that. 73, and thank you for the call.
You're welcome. Happy New Year.
Let's go there.
CQ, Parks on the air. Kilo India 5.
I always have a pen and paper just in case.
Park US 2996. Cedar Hill State Park in Texas.
I was trying to look up my Discord password without disconnecting the live. So I'm going to see if my Google Password Manager has it stored. What is it? Discord? All right, 4 accounts it says. Confirm what?
CQ Parks on the air.
Lock screen passcode.
Whiskey Tango. Park US 2996. Cedar Hill State Park in Texas.
All right, I got 4 different passwords here. 4 different Discord passwords. Let's see which one will work. Okay, here we go. Let's paste in our email. It's the advantage of having a recorder on your FT891. You can do other stuff.
2996. Cedar Hill State Park in Texas.
What was I looking for? Settings. I was in Password Manager. I was in Discord.
CQ Parks on the air. Kilo India 5. Whiskey Tango. Park US 2996. Cedar Hill State Park in Texas.
Copy the password. We're trying to get it logged in to Discord. Do that. Confirm that I am human. We are trying to get logged into Discord now. I am on 28.355, 28.355.
Kilo India 5. Whiskey Tango. Park US 2996. Cedar Hill State Park in Texas.
It wants me to put in a 6-digit code. It's gonna suck. All right, I'm gonna have to put the code in for Discord, so it might drop the live here. Give me a second. That. All right, it said reconnecting. Sorry about that, Dale. I just saw your message here. Dale, I am running a Wolf River coil. It's the it's listed as a Wolf River coil mini on their site. It's the one that's got the 102-inch whip. If I can get this plugged back in. Power. All right, there we go. Okay, Dale, it's the Wolf River coil. It's got a 102-inch whip on the top. What is this? The coil comes with three long cables that are 33 foot long that are supposed to be used for counterpoise, but that takes up too much space. So I cut each one of those 3 cables into 3 pieces. So I got 3 11-foot pieces of wire that are bundled together, and I've got 3 of those. So you've got 3 legs coming off of the Wolf River coil, and I've got one of those bundles attached to each leg. And then you just take the there's a little slider on it where you take it and you slide it up and down the coil, and once it gets to 10 meters, I put a little marker in there so I know where it is. That way I don't have to carry I don't have to carry something that can measure the SWR all the time. I got too many things going on. I'm trying to get into Discord, but it's just showing me messages. Oh, that's what it is. I have to hit that. Okay, there we go. Now back to calling CQ.
CQ, Parks on the air. Kilo India 5, Whiskey Tango. Park US 2996. Cedar Hill State Park in Texas.
And that Wolf River coil is very light, so I can actually put it in a backpack and take it anywhere. I usually use that when the winds are a little high, because if the winds get too high on my 17-foot whip, it kind of bends it and it almost breaks sometimes. So I can use that Wolf River coil to go from 40 meters to 6 meters. And if I want to, I can take that 17-foot whip that I have, and I can use that, and that'll get down to 80 meters. I'm on 28.355, 28.355.
Park US 2996. Cedar Hill State Park in Texas.
Yeah, I tried to do that little screen thing, but it didn't work for me. I tried one that was probably about 5 foot by 3 foot, and it wasn't working at all. So I just went ahead and cut the original wires, and they worked fine. I took some what did I take? I took some little copper clamps that you get from any type of hardware store, and I just put that bundle onto that clamp. That way I can just clip them on, clip them off, and just pack them up and go.
CQ, Parks on the air. Kilo India 5, Whiskey Tango. Park US 2996. Cedar Hill State Park in Texas.
Yeah, I didn't want to get the big one because this one works. It gets all over. And I rarely get on 80 meters. Around here, you can't get on 80 meters till it's nighttime. And for that, I use the infed. Most of the 80 meter stuff I do anyway is it's either digital or CW.
CQ, Parks on the air. Kilo India 5, Whiskey Tango. Park US 2996. Cedar Hill State Park in Texas. Kilo Juliet 7, Lima X-ray, Delta.
Kilo Lima 7. Kilo Juliet 7, Lima X-ray. I got you 5'9" at US 2996 in Texas.
Thank you. You're also a 5'9" up here in Spokane.
Another Washington. Roger the 5'9" in Washington. 73, and thank you for the call.
Thanks for being out there. 73.
Kilo India 5, Whiskey Tango. QRZ. I'm on 28.355. Sideband. I heard some more people in there. What happened to them?
CQ, Parks on the air. Kilo India 5, Whiskey Tango. Park US 2996.
I'm at Cedar Hill State Park on 28.355.
Kilo 7, Tango Zulu Delta.
Tango Zulu Delta. Kilo 7 Tango Zulu Delta. I got you 5-9 plus into US 2996 in Texas.
Roger, Roger. I got you a 5-9 here in Salem, Oregon. Appreciate the activation today. I'm working 20 watts.
Roger the 5-9 in Oregon. You're sounding good on the 20 watts there. 73, and thank you for the call.
73, Happy New Year.
Kilo India 5 Whiskey Tango. I'm on 28355. 28355. Sounds like the West Coast is starting to come in now. But anyway, back to that Wolf River coil. It's been working fine for me, and I don't really want that big one because I don't gain anything when I get it.
CQ, Parks on the air. Kilo India 5, Whiskey Tango. Park US 2996. Cedar Hill State Park in Texas.
I'm on 28355. 10-meter sideband. And I tried building antennas, the kind where you take the toroid and you wrap the wire, and I wasn't any good at that, so I don't really do that. But if you give me an unun that's pre-built, like one of those LDGs, and all you have to do is cut the wire, I'll do those, because you don't have to do any soldering or anything. You just measure the wire and cut it. I've used a 29.5-foot cable to get 40 through 6 meters on an LDG 9-to-1 unun. That's that red one.
CQ, Parks on the air. Kilo India 5, Whiskey Tango. Park US 2996. Cedar Hill State Park in Texas. Kilo Golf 7, Whiskey Lima Juliet.
Kilo Golf 7, Whiskey Lima Juliet. I've got you 5-9 plus into US 2996 in Texas.
Nice. I got you at... Uh-oh, what's going on here? Oh, I got you at 5-7 here in Edmonds, Washington. Could I get your call sign, please?
Sure you can. Call sign is Kilo India 5, Whiskey Tango.
Cool. And what did you say the park number was?
The park number is 2996. 2996. That is Cedar Hill State Park in Texas.
All right, QSL. Well, hey, I want to wish you a happy new year and a 7-3s, and yeah, have fun there. It's probably starting to get dark about now, yeah?
Not here. I got maybe another hour or so before it starts to get dark.
Okay. Well, hey, good luck. Japan's probably rolling in about now. So yeah, good luck to you. With that, we're gonna let you go. KP7WLJ.
73, and thank you for the call. KI5 Whiskey Tango QRZ. Victor Echo 7 is really low. Victor Echo 7 station.
Victor Echo 7, Mike Hotel India.
Victor Echo 7 Mike Hotel India. I got you about a 5-5 into US 2996 in Texas.
Roger, I had you, and then everything dropped, so I'll still go with the 5-5, and that's lovely. I do hunt. I'm also in the RAC contest. If you haven't worked any of us, I'll take the serial of 01.
I have not worked any, so you can be serial 1. Let me make note of that also. 73, and thank you for the call. Got kids running around. Keep going. Stay away from my antenna. Thank you.
CQ, Parks on the
the Canada rack, I believe, winter or something is going on. All they want is signal report, and they want a serial number. I haven't talked to any one of them today on purpose because I knew I was coming out here. So I just gave him the number 1. So if someone else is in that contest and they contact me, I just tell them number 2 for the next one. It still counts as a POTA contact, but you have to keep track of that serial number.
CQ, Parks on the air. Kilo India 5, Whiskey Tango. Park US 2996, Cedar Hill State Park in Texas. CQ, Parks on the air. Kilo India 5, Whiskey Tango. Park US 2996, Cedar Hill State Park in Texas.
More kids behind the car.
CQ, Parks on the air.
Antennas are like magnets. People just walk right into them.
Park US 2996, Cedar Hill State Park in Texas.
Alright, I'm going to try a few more of these, and I'm going to see if I can get anybody on FM. 29600 is FM, I believe. Yeah. Someone's popping something. I guess they're trying to get on.
CQ, Parks on the air. Kilo India 5, Whiskey Tango. Park US 2996, Cedar Hill State Park in Texas.
Somebody's down in the noise. I can't hear it.
CQ, Parks on the air. Kilo India 5, Whiskey Tango. Park US 2996, Cedar Hill State Park in Texas.
I'm going to mark myself QRT.
CQ, Parks on the air.
And I'll show you that Wolf River coil in just a second here.
2996, Cedar Hill State Park in Texas.
See, Hawaii spotted up on 386. KG too bad. He's normally out here. All right, here we go. This is Kilo India 5, Whiskey Tango. This is my final call for US 2996, Cedar Hill State Park in Texas. QRZ. Drop my pen. Nothing heard. This is Kilo India 5, Whiskey Tango 73, and thank you for the calls. Let's see if I can get this Hawaii station before I finish. It's down in the noise. I can barely hear it. Let's see if I can get KG2 bad over at Davis Mountain State Park in Texas. 28,385. No. Okay, let's try some FM. Usually as the sun is going down is when I start to get some good propagation, usually from Australia and Japan. So I need to go here. I need to go set my logger to 29,600. Set the mode to FM. If you can get on 29,600 FM, I'm going to try that real quick before I go. Let's go FM. Let's go 29,600. Lock that in. And we're doing the old RJ12 back to the radio in the back of the car. I just finished up on 28,355. If you've got a frequency you want me to try to get on, let me know. I'm about to finish up here and I'll try a little FM and then I'm going to be done. I just hunted 20 meters today, but I actually called CQ on 10 meters. And I have not pressed the mute button, so the sound should be there. All right, I've listened for a while on FM, didn't hear anything. Let's see if we can call CQ. Oh, there's somebody. Somebody's trying. I'm just getting static though. I'm on 29,600 FM. CQ, Kilo India 5, Whiskey Tango, calling CQ 10 meters. Kilo India 5, Whiskey Tango. $29,600 FM. No response. I'll give another call. CQ. This is Kilo India 5, Whiskey Tango, calling CQ from Texas. Kilo India 5, Whiskey Tango. CQ. You don't know if you don't try. All right, no response on FM. Let's see if we got any CW on 10 meters. We do. We got one from Japan. I'm going to call CQ on FM one more time, and I'm going to see if I can hear it. CQ, KI5 Whiskey Tango, calling CQ from Texas. Kilo India 5 Whiskey Tango, calling CQ. All right, thanks for that, Dale. think these chats are popping up and I'm not seeing them. This one says 452. 452, 453. Okay, Dale, I did see that one then. Okay. There's some little thing over on the left side that I can click and it pops up. CQ, CQ. This is Kilo India 5, Whiskey, Whiskey Tango. Calling CQ from Texas. Kilo India 5, Whiskey, Whiskey Tango. So when you wake up, call CQ somewhere. See if someone comes back to you. No one came back here. So we're going to see if we can get this Japan station on 28061. 28061. So I want to go back first. 28061. Okay. Got to set our mode back to CW. With the 891, we got to go back and set our width. It also doesn't keep your APF setting. So we'll go to 28061. We're trying 28061. And I am hearing it. I'm going to turn my power up for this one. FT891 menu 16 something. Scroll down to 16 for the power. Now my HF power is already at 70. Let's see if he can hear me. I can just barely hear it. Somebody else got it. I am hearing the Japan station though. He's at park number JP1251. I'm trying to get the Japan CW station on 28061. And it sounds like he just faded away. I've got my volume all the way up. I can barely hear it. That's the other side. That's not the Japan side. I'm not hearing the Japan side at all now. I'm going to listen and see if the signal starts to come back. Sometimes it fades in and out in Texas for the 10 meter. It doesn't sound like the signal's coming back though. If you're in the chat, you want to try me on 29,600 FM, let me know while I'm waiting for this. Let's see if I can get him this time. It's just sending his call over and over again. It's not pausing. There's no break for you to type in your call sign. And he's not answering. JL1CGT/1. All right, he's not responding. So, but the signal's getting stronger, so I'm going to keep trying. Trying to get his attention. He sent a question mark. I don't know if it was for me, though. He's on 28061. See if y'all could hear him. Sounds like he's here in a different station. I've got 34 contacts. I need one more. All right, he's not coming back to me. So let's see if I can hear. Oh, there's some CW from Hawaii on 15 meters. Let's see if I can get that. .210585. Let's go CW. Let's go 2105. .210585. Nothing heard there. Remember, you change bands, you got to check your width. You got to check your APF. If you're doing sideband, you got to check your noise reduction. because it keeps going back to some default setting. So I'm not hearing the Hawaii station on CW. Let's try. There's one more out in California on 21061. Not hearing that one either. I just want one more contact so I have 35 instead of 34. Oh, 10 meters. That's another one on 10 meters, 28047. .28047 in Wyoming. But I'm not hearing that one. Oh, man. It's down in the noise. Let's see if I can pull it out. He's on 28.047. And I can't get that. Nothing. It's too low for me. See if our buddy over on 28062 is still there. He is there, and I'll try him one more time. 28062. The radio's in the back. That's why I'm leaning my head back. Still got my sticker on from the hospital today. JL1CGT. There's no pause between his CQ. I'm gonna try it anyway. All right, he's not coming back to me. I'm guessing that's the recording. All right, that's about all I'm gonna do, but let me show you the setup before I go. If I can get this phone out of here. I'm gonna have to flip the camera around. We're gonna see what's gonna happen. I'm gonna flip the camera. It's not muted. It should. Is the sound still there? Can somebody tell me if the sound is still there? All right, we got the faceplate for the FT891. The cable, the RJ12 is running to the back where the radio is. Logging on the tablet with hammers. The CW Morris key with the steel plate. That's solid, so it won't move. And like I said before, I don't know what this little plate is called. Yeah, I try to avoid 20 meters because it's so crowded. And I can't even do CW over there because it's they go so fast. So let me turn radio off. There's my Antitone radio. I use that in the car for Hey Dale, is the volume still on? And Andros, hello, how are you, sir? Thanks for joining, sir or ma'am. All right, this is the Wolf River coil right here. It's got the 3 legs on it. And I bought some of these copper connectors, and I just bundled. I took the original cables. These cables are the original. They were 33 foot long. So I cut them into thirds and put them into bundles. And each one of the bundles goes onto one of the legs here. And that's what I use for counterpoise. I'm using this little weight right here because there's a small hill here. And I use these little $1 tent stakes from Walmart to hold it down in case the wind blows. And all you're doing to get this adjusted is you're adjusting this coil up and down. And I found that at the very top where this little notch is, that's right where 10 meters is. And then right there where that little line is where 15 meters is most times. And so as I was trying to get on the different frequencies, I was just marking a line so that I would know where to start. So when I want to go to 20 meters, I go right there for a start, and I just check my SWR. And I've got other lines on here. That's 20, that's 30, and that's 40 down at the bottom. So 20, 30, and 40. And again, these counterpoise wires go 11 feet each direction instead of going 33 feet. And some woman came from this direction. She walked behind my car, and for some reason she walked right here, and she clipped off this counterpoise, and it was like way down there. So I just sat in my car and waited till she left. So that's the Wolf River coil, and I run the cable back up to the car. And I'll show you one more thing before I go. If you've got a Toyota Highlander, the hybrid model, I don't know what I don't know what the body is made of, but I set my FM antenna right here. This is a Nagoya, I believe it's the UT72. I set it right here inside the car, and it works just fine. I can hit all the repeaters in the area, and all my simplex works too. All right, I'm gonna try to flip the camera again. Camera's been flipped. It is not on mute. I'm finished for the day. I had 34 contacts, mostly on 10 meters. I'll probably be out around the same time tomorrow afternoon. So if you want to tune in and see that, I'll be back then. 73 guys, KI5 Whiskey Tango.